we learn. In that learning process, there's always some mistakes. Yes or no?
Yes.
Are we all perfect? We are still students, okay? So we are learning each and every step. That's the whole purpose of retreat, learning. Why I am saying this? Because everyone should hear, Ananta also. When we do Hakuji Seva, especially when we do Arati, we are not supposed to do Arati by wearing socks. That's the very first thing. Okay? So Pujari has to take out the socks first before doing Arati. When Arati is done, then he can put on socks. Okay? Understand? Parashva? So this has to be kept in mind. Hakuji Seva has to be without wearing socks. Hare Krishna. No, those who are attending, they can wear socks. You can leave.
Hare Krishna.
Why my voice?
You should change.
So, I welcome you to this wonderful retreat of 2021. Guardian Netherlands are very delighted to organize this retreat for everyone. And it is very special because these are the last days of the year. And the Lord is very merciful, although there are so many restrictions going on. Still, through the Vaishnavas, He's giving true mercy towards us, because He sees how desperate we are to getting this inspiration of the spiritual path. Without the guidance of the Vaishnavas, we are totally lost, and it is very easy to get lost in this material world. So, by the cosmos mercy, we are gathering here again. 2 months earlier, we are also gathering here, and we had a very wonderful retreat. And Maharaj was telling today in the car that actually, for all the programs he is attending, the retreat programs are his favorites. So, there's something years ago he expressed his wishes actually that we have to organize retreats, and we liked this idea many years ago, and then we started, but it was actually all coordinated by Maharaj. He coordinated this, it was his wish, and now many people get very serious attending the retreat also. I'm seeing this, that although the seminars are there, the programs are there on 2 weeks weekly or weekly, still when devotees are coming in the retreat and observing this totally devotional sadhana process each day, and hearing Harikatha especially, you got so much strength, bow in this attendance. So I'm very happy that you all came again. Some people will come also 1 day or 2 days, or still some people has to come. So it's very nice. It's winter time, so no attraction, so much attraction from outside. It's getting dark very early, so total concentration, total meditation on the moment what we are now facing, because that is true meditation. Harikatha is true meditation, because it is focus on sound, on the words of the Lord through the Vaishnava's lips. So some people say, you don't meditate so much. Most of the yoga center you go, they want to be quiet or meditate, go in silence. But actually how we started this retreat with very loud kirtan, that is our silence. our meditation, because the Lord is very joyful, the Lord is very expressive, the Lord is very expert in different items and limbs. So this is one of the kirtan is such a powerful source that all those anarthas, what is actually accumulated in the years, gradually by hearing kirtan, doing kirtan, it will fly away by the sound of the kirtan. So today we're not going to take too much time of you because you all traveled, and still Maharaj will speak something to inspire, also to set the theme for the coming days. So we're going to start like 2 months ago, every day from 7 o'clock we will do Mangala Arati. And you all get the schedules, I don't know it by head, but it starts at 7. And so try to follow and attend on time everything. Today we're a little bit delayed with everything, at 7 o'clock. If we start, we can have a nice program, and later on at the end of the day we have also spare time to contemplate, to think again what kind of wonderful day we actually had. We can take also rest on time, so we will be very energized like next day. So try to benefit from this situation. Most of you, some of you came from very far, from different countries. So yes, so don't try to think about where we came from, because that is the retreat. This retreat.
Think about where we have to go.
Where we have to go. Okay, so all the problems, all the things what we have, what we face in daily, it is the unplugged situation. You're getting the opportunity to get unplugged and try to live in the moment. It's very difficult to live in the moment, actually. But if you try, and abhyas, yoga, they say abhyas means try to get the mind where it is back to the situation. This is what we're actually trying to do, because we are learning. We are learning these things. We are not specialized. That's why they say we are getting initiation, not finalization. So by initiation, we start in this process and try to learn how to focus on this. So I'm very happy. I was very excited today. I woke up and I felt, yes, finally I will meet all the devotees again. Maharaj will be there. And so let us enjoy the moment also in a good spirit. And if there are some questions, if there is something wrong with the rooms or something what you want to change, or you have something you want to say, you can come to me or Premanandi or someone else who is working in the kitchen, or Vinay Prabhu, who is the person who will take all the notes and discuss it how to solve the problems. Okay? So welcome. I will not take too much time from Maharaj. So please, Maharaj, inspire us today. Hare Krishna.
Can you raise one? Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjan-shalakaya Chakshuramritam yena tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Stadadaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha Anandalila Maya Vigrahaya Himami Divya Chavi Sundaraya Tasmai Mahapremaraspradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste Radha Chitta Niveshinam Yasya Kanti Vilokitaham Shri Krishna Charanam Vande Radha Vitam Vigraham Bhaktya Vihinaya Parad Lakshmi Shiktasya Kamaditaram Madhya Kripamayi Tam Sharanam Prapanna Vrinde Namaste Sharanarvindam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta. All together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. My humble obeisances at the lotus feet of my Guru Maharaj, Nitya Om Vishnu Pad Stotashar, Shri Srimad Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj. Similarly to Shiksha Gurudevs, Nitya Vishnu Pad Stotashar Bhakti Vedanta Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Nitya Vishnu Pad Bhakti Vigyan Bharti Goswami Maharaj. My humble obeisances at the lotus feet of Srila Guru Govind Goswami Maharaj, Shri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Devi Madhav Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Lakshar Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, and all associates of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, to Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and to all his associates, to Shri Radha Vinod Bihari, Shri Giriraj Ji, and all assembled devotees, welcome. When I came here, I got very good greeting. Shyam Sundar Prabhu said, welcome back. Welcome back means, just 2 months back, we had retreated the same location. So just looked like we never went back, we are always here. So soon, we're going to have this retreat program, but the speciality of this retreat, because someone may have this doubt or have the question in the mind, we already had retreat in October, just prior to Kartik. So what is the purpose of having retreat now? Because once a year. So there are many reasons for this. But the foremost, the prime reason, this retreat is special because we are celebrating centennial year of Srila Gurudev. And the Disciplines Day of Srila Gurudev, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and 100th birthday means centennial of Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, falling on 28th December. So, to glorify Guru Tattva, to remember our acharyas, to remember their pastimes, so that we get inspired. That's why this retreat was then reserved at this place and was conducted. An invitation extended to everyone, but again, wherever we try to follow the process of bhakti, there is always some obstacles. And obstacles means the success to bhakti. Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada used to say, how you will judge you getting success in your bhakti? And very wide smile on his face, he used to comment, when you have oppositions and when you get some critic from others, try and understand this is success of your bhakti. You're preaching. Understand? When you get criticism from others, this is the symptom of success of your preaching. So why I'm saying this? Because this COVID, which is troubling everyone in the entire world since 2 years, we cannot do any Bhagavad Gita seminars or regular house programs as we used to have every year. All the time, so many Maharaj preachers used to come here. But now, everything is just, changing the shape. And that's why it's very important to have this retreat program at least twice a year to what? Recharge our bhakti. As Srila Gurudev used to say, coming to Navadvip Dham Parikrama and Kartik Parikrama is what? Recharges bhakti twice a year. But now, because of this unfavorable circumstance around the world, there's visa issues and borders are closed. So very few devotees were able to come to Kartik Parikrama as well as Navdi Parikrama. That's why there was a need to have another recharge of bhakti. And that's why God in Netherlands arranged another retreat the end of the year. But this is secondary. The prime reason is to remember and glorify Srila Gurudev. This entire week, 7 days, starting from today onwards, we're going to hear Srila Gurudev memories and his contributions and his glories to make the appearance of Gurudev in our heart. And this can only be possible when we feel separation from him. Try and understand this. Separation is the main cause to have any person appear in the heart. Only separation is the cause. When there is union, one cannot appreciate what is a separation means. When there is separation, there is always appreciation and inspiration to have union with one's beloved. Gurudev's appearance can come in our heart. For that, we need to understand actually we are separated from him. And how and when we can feel the separation from Gurudev? When we hear about him. Otherwise, life is just going. Days and nights just moving. To understand the gravity of acharyas in our life is very essential to have these kind of retreat programs. I got this inspiration, I think it was year 2015 or 16, I don't remember. The first retreat program we had here, starting from God in Netherlands. And there were only 35, 38 devotees we started with. But then over the years, it got such a good success. We had in Germany, and here this place, this was the first place. No? Second one. Also in Germany and other places. And every year it was a regular schedule to have retreat. And there was a time when there was 140 devotees in the retreat. Fully packed.
That was this one, the second.
Second one here, 140 devotees, I remember. And then gradually it's growing and growing, and the whole world was seeing this. Even this year, we would have more devotees, but because there is some, all of a sudden, a restriction of lockdown and many other restrictions, so we are restricted to not that many devotees, but still, it is good enough to inspire each other and to glorify Srila Gurudev. Yeah. And because after this, I also had retreat in America in Houston, 3 days only, and there was 75 devotees, and they also liked that idea, and we already planned for the next one. Money was also being collected, reservations were done, and then 2019, crash. Retreat never happened after that. Yeah. But devotees are still, they are waiting there to have that retreat because it's actually so much inspiring for everyone and create a mood of friendship amongst devotees. And then we had in Miami men's retreat. Only men. No ladies were allowed there. There was a women retreat, and seeing this, all the men's section, they became, Acha, we also want to do this. They got inspired. And we have men's retreat, very nice island there, and so much Harikatha, and so much a learning process. It was very nice. So, I like this kind of programs in which I feel inspired and I feel more inspired to see everyone getting inspired. And especially this retreat, we have devotees from all over Holland. From Capella, from Den Haag, from Rotterdam, from Zoetermeer, Papendrecht, Amsterdam. Yeah. And also from Germany, Stuttgart, and Italy. And from so far, Costa Rica, 20 hours flight. So far, Mani Manjari from Costa Rica, Yadava Prabhu from Italy, and also from Russia, Ruski devotees. Yeah. And it's not only that, I came from New York. Don't forget me. So, coming from all over and having this retreat. So again, a doubt may come, or might come in someone's mind. Why are you creating this? If this is following the footsteps of Mahajans, Mahajanoje Gadasa Pantaha, following the footsteps of Mahajans. So how we have to prove this, that we are doing this under the guidance of Srila Gurudev. Srila Gurudev, Shri Srimad Bhakti Narayan Goswami Maharaj. If I elaborate this word retreat, it will go to entire Guru Parampara. But I don't want to go that far. I don't have given approach. But just as a representative of the entire Guru Parampara here, our Srila Gurudev, he is the one who used to have retreat from the year 1996, 97 and Badger. For so many years, till 2010, 14, 15 years almost, every year retreat program. The Badger Festival, the world famous Srila Gurudev's New Braj Festival. We are devotees from all over the world, from Europe, from all countries we used to assemble. And not only 100 or 150, 600, 700 devotees. Also in Italy, Srila Gurudev had this retreat. Yeah? So we are not doing something new. We are just following the process. This is all about retreat. So I welcome all devotees, including myself, in this retreat program. And let's clap for everyone. Because today is our first day, we all settle and it's too late. I'm not going to speak much today. That's a brief introduction. From tomorrow morning, we all know the same schedule as we had last time. Yeah, we all have schedules. But we're going to have 2 sessions of Harikatha. In the morning, we are not going out for morning walk. Yeah. Because of many reasons. We don't want to show off to the neighborhood here that we are having this program here because we are still under those restriction zones. Yeah. We don't want any problems. So it's also advice and instruction to everyone. Just don't hang around outside. Don't let neighbor knows that we are doing something here. It's just a private house program. Other reason is cold. So no need for that. We're just going to sit here after Mangal Aarti and we will have japa session. So Trindeshwari, she had this recording, Srila Gurudev chanting Mahamantra, and I'm going to hear what she had. Also my Guru Maharaj chanting, Srila Bhakti Yoga, Srila Goswami, we have many acharyas chanting. We're going to play their chanting and we will all chant with them. This is called chanting with acharyas. This is about chanting. And then morning and evening session of Harikatha. Prior to, there will be like Kirtan. Kirtan, yes, will come here. They will start. And this retreat we also have Ram Prabhu and Govinda Prabhu here also. Ram Madra Prabhu, yes. So they have to start the bhajans the right time, be punctual. Even if there is no one here, when you start bhajan, then everyone will start coming from your room. Everyone will. So they start bhajans, and before I start Harikatha, we're going to have 7 to 10 minutes Srila Gurudev lecture on the screen. So we all move around. Not now, tomorrow morning. Don't move now. We're going to see Srila Gurudev's lecture. Morning and evening, 7 to 10 minutes. Let's see what Gurudev is saying. And that will be a click for us, a memory for us, and meditation for us for that day. That's why this audio seva team, Amrish Prabhu, Lavanga Didi, they are doing so hard work and so much for Gurudev's lectures, and the entire world is indebted to their efforts and endeavors. They are sending those 2 minutes, 3 minutes audios and videos of Srila Gurudev. For what reason? Just this is like a click for us for the meditation of entire day. What Gurudev has said. Yeah. Following the same process, we are going to also see Srila Gurudev on screen and hear some Harikatha. And then I will take over as a remnant of Srila Gurudev to glorify him and to elaborate on what he is trying to say. Yeah, this will be our schedule. And there are many Gurudev disciples here and grand disciples, the respective devotees, good speakers. I will ask them, and anytime they should be ready, I will ask them to speak some glories and memories of Srila Gurudev and contribution of Srila Gurudev. So we have many devotees here, Pran Prabhu, Ram Mandra Prabhu, Shashikala, Vijay Prabhu, and many others. I will see according to the time, place and circumstance. Okay? But be prepared. It's not only Gurudev disciples, it can be grand disciples also. There are many good speakers there. All these young ones are very good speakers. So we'll see according to the flow of the Harikatha. Okay? This will be our schedule. Srila Gurudev Centennial Retreat 2021. This is a specific definition of this retreat. Achha? What is the necessity of Guru in one's life? Another question is, what is the difference between Acharya and Guru? Is there any difference? Acharya and Gurudev, is there any difference? Me or you, anyone can speak on this subject, and we may be right or may be wrong. But let us hear what Acharyas, and I want to mention Srimad Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, who will comment on this point. What is the difference between Acharya and Gurudev? Guru. He said, Guru means teacher, who comes and teaches. But Acharyas, that word and that definition of Acharya is more higher and superior than Guru. Gurudev can be Kanishta, Madhyam and Uttam level. But Acharyas is always on Uttam level. Bhagavatam, 11th canto, Krishna says, Acharya Mam Vijayana. I come as Acharya. Not that you think Acharya is my manifestation, which is the definition, which is the meaning of the verse. But actual meaning is, I myself come as Acharya. But on the other side, we also hear, Yasya Prashadat Sakshan Haritena Samasta Shastrai Uttasya Tava Bhakta Eva Sarvi Kintu Prabhuya Priya Vatasya Vande Guru Shri Sharanarvimma. Because Shri Guru is very near and dear to Krishna, That's why Gurudev is also known as Sakshat Hari. It's not different from Krishna. Not different from Krishna means not that Guru becomes Krishna. There are many false gurus who claims that I am Krishna, or who claims I am incarnation of Krishna. And they have this point to say that you also sing every morning Sakshat Haritena Samasta Shastra. That Gurudev is also not different from Hari, that means he is Krishna. But here the word is Kintu Prabhuya Priya Eva Tasya. Because Shri Guru is very intimate servant of Krishna, that's why he is known as Krishna, because of close proximity with Krishna. In the word Acharya, Acharya and Guru is both inclusive. But in the word Guru, Acharya is not inclusive. As I said, Gurudev can be of any level, but Acharya is always on a very high, Uttam level. What is the need and necessity of Guru in one's life? I asked this question and one devotee raised hand and said, the need and necessity of Gurudev is because Gurudev gives us bhakti. So this is the only reason we have to serve or worship Gurudev, because he gives bhakti? That means, if we are saying like this, that means we are using that Guru, word Guru or Gurudev as an instrument to attain bhakti. That means I have nothing to do with Gurudev, he is only an instrument and I am using that instrument to achieve bhakti. Then Guruji, you go your way, I go my way. Like we say, why we need Mridanga? Or just for singing and arati. So that means Mridanga and other things are instrument for singing nicely. Shri Guru is not instrument to attain bhakti. Whereas Shri Guruji is itself is the embodiment of bhakti. Yasya deve parabhakti, kya? Yasya deve parabhakti yatha deve tatha guru. Tasya kathitam artham prakashante mahatma. Same, similar bhakti towards one's Ishta, worshipable and one's Guru. So don't consider Shri Guru as only an instrument to attain bhakti and then Guruji you just go. The importance and significance and the necessity of Guruji is right from the very first stage, and it goes all the way to the perfection stage, where Shri Guru Rupam Param Sakhi, where our Shri Guruji, our Gurudev is Param Sakhi, very intimate maid servant of Radharani. So when by chance or in a very lifetime, say after 150 lifetimes, when we get perfection, this is also approximate 150, but we don't know. It can be, the process can accelerate and we can attain in 50 years or 100 or 150, whatever the case is. But when we achieve perfection and when we attain this position of Manjari Bhav, being a maid servant of Radharani, even in that stage, one works under the guidance of one's Gurudev. Where in that group of Sakhis, so much, the respect is there, but they address each other as Sakhi. Okay. So Guruji is not only an instrument, but actually he is everything from the beginning all the way to the end. The guidance and instruction and following the footsteps of Gurudev, it starts from Adoshrada and it goes to the stage of Prema. That's the significance of Shri Gurudev. So, Shri Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Vandamoi Sabadhana. Shri Guru Charana Padma, the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev. Kevala Bhakati Sadma. The two meanings of this line is the only and only way one can achieve bhakti. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Bhakti, which is by its nature, by default, bhakti is Suddurlabha. As Rupa Goswami Pal explains in Bhakti Sami Sindhu, Klesh Agni Shuddha Moksha Lagutakrita Suddurlabha. Bhakti by its nature is Sudurlabha, means very, very rare to attain. Again, two reasons. Actually, in our Gaudiya philosophy, there is nothing one, there is always two. Bheda, Bhed, oneness and difference, master and servant. Mayavadis, they have one. But Vaishnavism is always two. Our worshipable is who? Radha Krishna. And when Radha Krishna comes together, they became Mahaprabhu. The Mahaprabhu is there. When in Mahaprabhu, Radha Krishna is there. And when they want to separate, it becomes Radha Krishna. When they want to unite, it's Mahaprabhu. So one can say Mahaprabhu is one. How we can say Mahaprabhu is one? Antar Krishna Bahir Gaura. Okay na do? Radha Bhavduti Swalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. Mahaprabhu is also two. Antar Krishna Bahir Gaura. Inside is Krishna and outside is Gaura. It's two, it's not one. So, it's always two. So, relationship of master and servant. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. The lotus feet of Srila Gurudev is the only means to attain bhakti. This is the one meaning. The other meaning is Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Is the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev is the only means to attain Kevala Bhakti. Kevala Bhakati Sadma. One meaning is the only means to attain bhakti. The other meaning is only means to attain Kevala Bhakti. What is Kevala Bhakti? There are many words, definitions of Kevala Bhakti. Shuddha Bhakti, Nirmala Bhakti, Amala Bhakti, Pure Bhakti. Bhakti by its nature is Sudurlabha, very rare. And again for two reasons Sudurlabha. One is Sahad Sadhana Sahena. Shri Rupa Goswami Pal is saying, even after performing sadhana for so long, one cannot attain bhakti. And the other reason is Krishna acts tricky. How? Mukti Dadatit Kahachit Samana Bhakti Yoga. First canto Bhagavatam. Rajanpati Guru Alam Bhakta Devinam Kulpati Kvacha Kinkurava Ashtam Eva Ananga Bhagavan Vajate Mukundam Mukti Dadatit Kahachit Samana Bhakti Yoga. Krishna acts tricky with us. He is very fond of giving, fulfilling everyone's desires. And on the top of that, he very easily can give mukti. But Samana Bhakti Yoga, he don't give that Bhakti Yoga easily to each and everyone. How to deal with tricky Krishna? How to deal with a tricky Krishna? So then we need Gurudev, who is also very tricky. The message of today, audio seva team, they put Gurudev's 1 minute audio. What is saying? Gurudev is saying, don't hide anything from us, Gurudev. Because even if you try to hide, you cannot, because Guru is very tricky. And why is tricky? Because Krishna is tricky. Krishna Sakala Gun Bhaktir Sanchare. All the qualities of Krishna get infused in his pure devotees. So Guruji is very tricky. Just by seeing you, he will understand. So don't hide from him. Gurudev said this to me. So Krishna is tricky by Mukti Dadatit Kahachit Samana Bhakti Yoga. He gives mukti very easily, but he keeps his bhakti hiding in his pocket. I would not say pocket, but hide in his heart. And who is the heart of Krishna? Tomar hide sada Govind Vishna or Govind kahina mama Vaishnava kahina. The heart of Krishna is aligned with the heart of Vaishnava. What is the evidence proof? Krishna himself says, Sadhu hidim tamham, sadhu hidim tam, sadhu hidim, sadhu hidim mayam, sadhu hidim tamham, mad anattatana jananti naham tebhyam manadam. I reside in the heart of sadhu and sadhu resides in my heart. So that's why the heart of Shri Gurudev and heart of Krishna, they are aligned. Totally aligned. That's why to get only bhakti from the heart of Krishna and not mukti, we have to get aligned ourselves with the heart of Srila Gurudev. That's why. Because bhakta sanjatya bhaktaya. One can only achieve bhakti from the bhaktas, not from Krishna. Krishna don't know what is bhakti. You practice. Because Krishna, he don't know what is bhakti. Who knows bhakti? Radharani. She is the embodiment of prema. She is the embodiment of bhakti. All other potencies like Bhakti Maharani is coming up. What's that like? Oh yeah. Bhakti Devi, Purnamashi Devi, Leela Shakti, all these names, they are manifestation from Krishna. Bhakti Devi is not Radharani, Bhakti Devi is potency of Krishna, manifestation from Radharani. So Radharani is the root cause, is the embodiment of prema. Ka Krishna se pranay janibu Shrimati Radhika ekaha. The pranay of Krishna, the cause, the root of the pranay, love of Krishna is who? Shrimati Radhika. So, one can only understand and follow bhakti only through Radharani. But then how Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sarma? What is the connection with Shri Gurudev here? Because Shri Gurudev is Guru Rupam Param Sakhi. As we say in the morning, Sakshat Haritena Samasta Shastre. Shri Guruji is intimate, loving, intimate, near and dear to Krishna, and that's why he is not different from Krishna. That's why. It's not that Guru becomes Krishna. Similarly, Guru Rupam Param Sakhi. Shri Guruji is very near and dear Sakhi of Radharani, and that's why he is also Krishna and also Radharani. Understand? But Gurudev cannot become Vishya Vigraha. Gurudev is always Ashya Vigraha. Gurudev is manifestation of Shri Nityananda Prabhu. Yes or not? Yadyapi Amar Guru Chaitanya Das Tathapi Jani Tahar Prakash. Even though my Gurudev is the servant of Krishna, but I see my Gurudev as a manifestation of Mahaprabhu. Even though he is servant of Krishna, but I see him as manifestation of Mahaprabhu. Shri Nityananda Prabhu. Guruji is, our Srila Gurudev is manifestation of Shri Nityananda Prakash. Is Nityananda Prakash, I mean manifestation of Nityananda. But which Nityananda? Nityananda Prabhu plays two roles. as Baldev Prabhu plays two roles. He playing the role of Vishya Vigraha and he also plays the role of Ashya Vigraha. What is the Pranam mantra of Nityan Prabhu? Nityananda Namastubhyam Premanand Pradayane Kalo Kalmashanashaya Janmaha Patayi Namaha. Nityananda Namastubhyam Premanand Pradayane. All glories and obeisances to Nityan Prabhu, who is giving what? Prema. But in the last line, what is said? Janma Patayi Namaha. He is the husband of Janma Thakurani. So is our Gurudev in manifestation of Nityananda, that Nityan Prabhu is husband of Janma Thakurani. So that's why Nityan Prabhu plays two roles. In one role, he is not different from Mahaprabhu. Baldev Prabhu not different from Krishna. And Baldev Prabhu married to Vasudha and Varuni. Shri Nityan Prabhu married to Janva and क्या नाम? Just quick from my mind. Vasudha and Janva Thakurani. Sorry, and Baldev Prabhu, Revati and Varuni. So this is one role of Shri Baldev Prabhu, Nityan Prabhu. But they also play another role. What is that? Apni करे कृष्ण लीला सहाय, शिष्टि लीला करी धरी चारकाय. Shri Baldev Prabhu, Shri Nityan Prabhu, they help in pastimes of Mahaprabhu and Krishna, but they also expand themselves as the shoes of Krishna, the ornaments of Krishna, the umbrella of Krishna, the bed of Krishna, everything. The whole creation is the expansion of Shri Baldev Prabhu. The whole universe means the spiritual creation is manifestation from Baldev Prabhu. The whole material universe, all of us, jivas, not directly but indirectly from Karandaksha Vishnu, expansion from Shri Baldev Prabhu. But in spiritual universe, Vaikuntha and other lokas, all the associates of Lord are the expansion of Shri Baldev Prabhu. The associates are expansion of Baldev Prabhu. Yeah? And all these instruments, what is this? Expression of Shri Baldev Prabhu. So Shri Guruji, Shri Gurudev is the manifestation of that Nityananda and that Baldev Prabhu, who is acting as Ashta Vigraha, not Vishya Vigraha. That's why Shri Gurudev is Sakshat Haritena Samasta Shastre, very near and dear to Krishna. That's why he is Krishna. And he is also on the other side, Guru Rupam Param Sakhi. He is very close Sakhi of Shri Radharani. Yeah? That's why he is imbibing both of the moods of Radha and Krishna. Such a special Krishna Kripa ki Ananda Murti. Shri Guruji is the Krishna Kripa ki Ananda Murti. The embodiment of the pleasure of Radha and Krishna together is Shri Gurudev. And then what we get from Srila Gurudev? Ananda. What Ananda? Not maja, not happiness, but bliss. Not maja, but Ananda. Because Shri Guruji is the embodiment of Ananda. And he is the one who can give us what? Anandamaya Abhyasa. The embodiment of Ananda. Who is that? Ananda Kanda, Krishna Chandra. So that's why Guru Puja is not on the disappearance or appearance or Guru Purnima. There are 3 occasions to worship one's Guru. Guru Purnima day, appearance day of Gurudev, and disappearance of Gurudev. Yeah? Not 3, but actually every single day. But not actually every single day. Dhayam stuvam tasya yasya stri sandhyam vande gurushi charanara vindam. 3 times a day. And not only 3 times a day. Every hour of the day. Every minute of the day. Yeah? So we will try our best with our limited capacity and understanding to hear Guru Tattva and the contributions of Srila Gurudev. We just started, this is like a startup, we say, because now it's getting time, everyone is tired, they drove so long, 3-4 hours. Generally it was 5-6 hours. So it's kind of everyone is want to retire from their day schedule. We're going to serve, we already finished Aarti today, but from tomorrow onwards is a different schedule. First Hari Katha and then Aarti, and then followed by Prasad. So I'm ending up here, paying obeisances to Srila Gurudev. Please bless us so that we can take advantage of this retreat as much as we can by hearing your glories. Evayash Ghoshit Rigubana. May your glory spread the 3 worlds. But I don't know if your glories, you are already glorious, there is no need to say that your glory spread 3 worlds. But I want that your glory should manifest in my world, in my heart. And with this greed, and as a beggar, we are begging to Srila Gurudev's lotus feet. Please manifest and reveal your identity, your true identity, so in our heart, so they can understand you better. Gau Premanande, Srila Gurudev ki, Srila Bhakti Yoga Baba Goswami Maharaj ki, Srila Bhakti Yoga Narayan Goswami Guru Maharaj ki, Anant Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki, entire Guru Parampara ki, Gau Premanande.